Hi everybody, good afternoon. I'm Bracha Abraham from JEC, Berea High School. So a couple of years ago, I started telling my students to spread the rumor that I am the strictest, meanest teacher they are ever going to meet. Here's why. Our students are growing up in an environment that is steeped in technology. They're practically born with cell phones in their hands. Their impulsivity is high, their attention spans are low, and their desire to be entertained is great. Our students are growing up in an environment in which anxiety, Olivia's turkey chasing her, as Aviva mentioned, is on the rise. So are depression and ADHD. Gun violence is on the rise, and lockdown drills are common practice. And we, as teachers in Jewish day schools, are in this unique environment where we are being asked to and encouraged to take all of these factors into consideration in terms of the way that we interact with our students. We are told and encouraged to view them not just as bodies in a classroom to be taught, but as human beings with hearts and souls that need to be connected to and nourished. Combine all these factors and you kind of have this perfect storm, this atmosphere in which every action that we make, each word that we speak, and each interaction that we have becomes hefty and significant, necessitating careful consideration in terms of the way that we manage our classrooms. As a student, I was never called to the principal's office for anything remotely bad. As a teacher, I've been summoned there twice. The first time was in my second school that I ever taught at, my third year of teaching. A couple of months into the school year, the principal called me in and basically told me that if I couldn't get the classroom management piece under control, I was gonna have to find a new job the next year. I was devastated. I felt inadequate. I felt like a failure. I felt as if perhaps I had chosen the wrong career. Swallowing my pride and working hand in hand with the principal by basically sucking all the fun out of my class, all of that great buddy work, group work, really exciting interactive activities and all that fun stuff, I was able to make it work, and I even got invited back for a second year. A number of years later, at a different school, I was called into the principal's office once again. This time, he told me that if the talking in my class didn't stop, I would have to send girls out of the classroom. That meant they were to go to him, and he would deal with them as he saw fit. A couple of days later, I did just that, and later that day, I found out that those girls had been suspended. Once again, I was devastated. I worried about what this would do to my relationship with those girls, how awkward it would be when they came back. I worried about what it would do to our classroom environment as a whole. But even more than that, it really got me wondering and thinking about what I could have done differently, how I could have changed the trajectory so that I could have ended up someplace different than that uncomfortable place that I found myself in that day. I don't have an answer, because I don't think that there is any one right answer, a cure-all solution. But what I do have to offer are some careful observations and ruminations of things that speak to me. So back at that school where the principal told me that if I couldn't get my classroom management under control, I'd have to find a new job. So in that second year that I did stay for, by some strange twist of fate, maybe they thought it was a funny joke, they gave me a senior class. Now, if you've ever taught seniors, you know that they are a breed unto themselves. They have checked out before the year has even begun. So as you can imagine, I had my work cut out for me, and a few weeks into the year, things were getting kind of chatty. I knew I had to do something different. So I decided to invite them all for lunch. On the appointed day, we all came to the classroom together. I brought in home-baked cupcakes with white frosting and colored sprinkles, and we sat together, and we ate, we played a game, and we schmoozed. Now, I'm not gonna tell you that it was as if I had waved a magic wand and everything, was perfect and I didn't have any problems after that, because that would be a lie and nothing is ever that simple. But there was a definite palpable shift in our class environment. And whenever things started to get shaky in the classroom, I had this common background, this mutual respect, this relationship that we had started to build that I could draw from, and it made a remarkable change. Teaching is an art. It's not a science. There's no one right answer. There's no simple formula that's going to help you solve the equation. And for me, my road to classroom management has to be authentic and true to me. And for me, that's going to mean something that includes compassion, connectivity, relationship building, and empathy. And while I'm at it, I'm always still going to make sure to tell my students to continue to perpetuate that rumor that I am the strictest, meanest English teacher you are ever going to meet.